Chatting in a coffee shop, sitting by the windowsill, walking down 8th Avenue with you. Our fingers touching the light, you pull back blushing delight. Call me when you get back home. Meet me at Manhattan Henge, meet me under Columbus Circle. I'll be waiting there for you. Meet me when the stars align, meet me when the earth defies. I'll be waiting there for you. Cotton candy clouds reflected in your eyes, merry-go-rounds in my heart, illuminated by flashing signs. You take my hand and you pull me inside. When did everyone else disappear?
失礼します。視聴席小鉢をさせていただいています。
Terrible things started happening when you walked away. So that's why I stay right here. Cause when all of my dreams seem so out of reach, you're crystal clear. You don't disappear, baby. No. So why would I unfollow you when you're the only thing unhallowed to me? And why would I try to hide the truth when I feel so empty without you? It's getting a little bit out of control. The way you look so good without trying it out. And this addiction isn't good for my health, but I don't wanna spend another night by myself. Cause I know that I would be dumb to let you go. So why would I unfollow you when you're the only thing unhallowed to me? Why would I try to hide the truth when I feel so empty without you?
はい。みかん1お願いします。
これは使います。
ご利用可能です。
うん。